Hello my dear friends, I am Dr. Gaurav and in this video we are going to learn nervous system. My dear friends, nervous system is not an easy topic to understand. That is what most of the students believe. But I believe that our student must feel it to be very easy and very conceptual and must enjoy the learning process. So my dear friends, let us try and understand each and every part of nervous system. So initially we are going with the neuroanatomy and then we will be following it with some neurophysiology and some cases of neuromedicine. When we talk about neurology, first of all we are going to learn neuroanatomy. And before understanding neuroanatomy, let us try and understand some basics, very basics. My dear friends, when we talk about nervous system, if I say nervous system, what do you understand? If you take it in my words, nervous system is something that is what you are, Everything in your life is associated with a kind of understanding that is going to give you some good feeling, and it is going to make you feel that life is worth living, and this is what the system is. So when we talk about nervous system, you must have heard that nervous system is kind of thing that is divided into central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. It's nothing that is divided actually. We, for our convenience, we divide the system in various parts. We name the things to understand them, right? So let us try to understand the system, the body, the physiology, everything about the body, because everything in the body is very well integrated in themselves. So understanding the body, the entire integrity of the body is very important. So we, for our understanding, has divided the body with various names, with various things, but as a whole it is nothing to be divided. It is a unity that we experience. When we talk about nervous system, of course we divide it into central nervous system. That is what we are going to learn first. And we also divide it into peripheral nervous system. What is this peripheral nervous system? My dear friends, peripheral nervous system is the way by which we perceive the environment and our brain controls the body. So this is the system by which our central nervous system is going to control the body, and this is the system that is going to provide information of each and every component of the body as well as of the surroundings through various sensory organs. We have a lot of sensory organs in our body. We have skin to feel the general sensation, the somatic sensation, what we call, right? We have ears to perceive the sound, to analyze the sound. We have eyes, of course. That is how you are going to view this lecture. You have nose that is going to perceive the smell, the olfaction, what you call as olfactory system. You have tongue to taste various things. And of course, when you talk about general sensation, you have touch, pain, pressure, temperature, and so on. From the joints, there is going to be a lot of proprioception, the joint sensation, vibrations. So there are a lot of things by which the information is going on into the central nervous system. And the central nervous system is going to analyze this information, is going to understand what is happening in the body and in the surroundings. And by that, central nervous system is going to analyze, prepare itself and act accordingly. What is the way by which central nervous system acts? Central nervous system acts by giving the motor information. Motor means it is providing the information to different muscles of the body. It is providing information to skeletal muscles to move. It is providing information to smooth muscles. Smooth muscles are there in the viscera, in the GIT, in the blood vessels. It is also going to provide information to all the organs of the body for various secretions. So, brain is going to try and understand what is happening in the environment, and it is going to act accordingly. The interaction, the information that is going from the environment, from different parts of the body to the brain, is the sensory system. And the brain that is providing information to the different parts of the body is by motor system. So sensory system, my dear friends, what is sensory system? Sensory system is something that is taking the impulse, the stimulus, from the receptor and is carrying it all the way to the central nervous system. Right? So there is a nerve that is, the receptors are going to perceive the stimuli, the nerve is going to carry the stimulus to the spinal cord initially, and then from the spinal cord there is another nerve that is going above via the spinal cord to the thalamus, and then from the thalamus it is going to the cerebral cortex. So sensory system, as we just talked about it, it is going to be the perception of sensation, and that sensation is, the impulse is going to the central nervous system, correct, to the spinal cord. So whenever the stimulus is going towards the central nervous system, that system is known as afferent system. Afferent system, right? And when information from the central nervous system to the different parts of the body, that system, that is motor system, is also known as efferent system. Efferent system. So my dear friends, when we talk about peripheral nervous system, we talk about sensory system as well as motor system. My dear friends, when we talk about the motor system, let us see some little more detail about this motor system, because this is how the brain is going to control the entire body. So when we talk about the motor system, so there are several muscles in the body which can be controlled with our will. We think about it and we can control it. If I want to flex my wrist, I can do that. If I want to make a fist, I can do that. Correct? So that is what is known as voluntary muscles. So the muscles that can be moved according to our will are voluntary muscles, and most of the voluntary muscles are skeletal muscles. So we have voluntary muscle activity as well as involuntary muscle activity, and that is via control of something known as autonomic nervous system. Autonomic nervous system. My dear friends, what is involuntary activity? Anything you can think about it? There's a lot of things. Even your heart is beating, it's not beating by your will. There is a lot of activity going in your GIT, your vascular system, your arteries have muscles. There are a lot of glands in our body. So all the glands are having some smooth muscles. We don't know when it is going to secrete. So there is something known as autonomic nervous system, and that is going to control this kind of activity in the body. Let's go in a little more detail about it. This autonomic nervous system again is going to be of two opposite types, sympathetic nervous system as well as parasympathetic nervous system. So whenever we talk about sympathetic nervous system, I'm not going in any detail of this topic because this is going to be a very huge topic, very, very interesting topic, but I'm going to tell you in a very short that sympathetic nervous system is something that starts when you talk about fear, fight or flight. What is this fear, fight, flight? Fear, when you are afraid of something. Fight, when you think you need to fight now. So you are very, very angry and you want to hit the person. And flight, oh my god, the dog is behind you, or maybe father of your girlfriend. So that situation can be anything, but what happens in that situation, how the body reacts to that situation, the changes, the heartbeats increases, the heart rate increases, the respiratory rate increases, you start getting goosebumps sometimes, you start getting sweating sometimes, correct? So these things starts happening. Your eyes, your iris is going to be wide open to see the entire world, very clear, right? So that you can run anywhere. When the body reacts to such situation, the system, the autonomic nervous system that starts acting with it is sympathetic nervous system. And when the body is in relaxed state, when you are lying down on your bed and listening to a music, when you are there out in a dim light for a candlelight dinner, how your body reacts with it. So your heart rate comes down, all the secretions of your GIT starts functioning much better. And when the situation alters, it goes to fear, fight, flight situation, the sympathetic system overactivates. When you are at rest, the parasympathetic system starts getting activated. So my dear friends, I'm not going in detail about autonomic nervous system right now. We'll be learning about it in some future lectures. So today we are going to focus mainly on central nervous system and its anatomy.